Hey, how you doing?
David Johnny.
How are you?
We love it. Yeah.
Welcome to India. Welcome to Zoom team.
Okay, thank you so much. Haven't been there yet. Always wanted to go though.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully a collaboration with Indian film industry someday.
Hopefully, I would love that. Bollywood would be great to do a movie. That would be awesome.
Fans are loving the chemistry that you and Michael B. Jordan have, right? Since the trailers dropped at the red carpet, where he very jokingly sort of, you were talking about him and he interrupted, and fans just can't stop talking about that. That is real chemistry.
I'm so grateful to Michael for being so wonderful, and he is such an incredible talent. His work ethic is unmatched. He really set the bar very high for all of us.
So now that you've tasted blood, I think it makes sense that you're joining another Monsterverse.
Nice.
Yeah, fair play.
Being storytellers and filmmakers, trying to push the culture forward, and I know how key representation, is. I mean, honestly, when I first met Ryan, seeing somebody that looks like me around the same age that I was, seeing him directing, major motion pictures, made me believe that I could do it one day. You know what I'm saying? And I have, and I'm going to continue to do so.
Thank you.
Hello everybody, I'm Radrani and welcome to Zoom Speak Easy. My guests today are so special and of course very loved and talented. I'm talking about the team Sinners, Michael and Miles joining me. Thank you for doing this and welcome to India. Welcome to Zoom team.
Okay, thank you so much. Haven't been there yet. Always wanted to go though.
Yeah, man.
Yes, you have said earlier that you will. We're looking forward to it. But you met a few of our stars. You met Jun NTR during the Oscars party. And
All-Star game. Yeah, I do every time I see him. He loves sports. He loves basketball, so I see him often.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I mean, I remember him putting on all the pictures with you. He was very excited to meet you. People always have the kindest things to say about you, Michael, including Priyanka. I remember you met her as well. You keep...
Definitely.
So that means hopefully a collaboration with Indian film industry someday.
Hopefully, I would love that. Bollywood would be great to do a movie. That would be awesome.
You have a lot of Indian fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of Indian fans and we love you out here. So please come and visit us someday. All right.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Like I said, it's so interesting, this project. I was just, discussing about also the layering of music and the impact that music can have. But more importantly, you have, Michael, you've collaborated with Ryan for like this is your fifth collaboration. And there is this seamless, I feel like fate that you put in because you've always tried like the most different kind of things with him. Does it help that you have a person like this who kind of sees your vision and helps you kind of encourage it?
Definitely. I think me and Ryan's shorthand and our relationship over the past, 12, 13 years or so, however long it's been, definitely plays a part in my confidence and stepping outside of my comfort zone. He's somebody that knows me very well, and he knows, when to push me, and we've been successful so far. But he trusted me with these characters and these movies that are very personal to him, having some type of personal connection. So being a vessel to kind of like help tell that story is an honor of mine, and so that dynamic is really helpful.
I also feel like both Ryan and you have been pivotal in kind of representing people of color and making massive films. Whether you take Black Panther and you take Wakanda Forever and even Sinners, it kind of gives hope that people will be beyond who they are, and and people will be represented in every possible way. How do you look at what I've just said?
I mean, thank you for the kind words. I think being storytellers and filmmakers, trying to push the culture forward, and I know how key representation, is. I mean, honestly, when I first met Ryan, seeing somebody that looks like me around the same age that I was, seeing him directing, major motion pictures, made me believe that I could do it one day. You know what I'm saying? And I have, and I'm going to continue to do so. So just imagine what that looks like when you have other, diverse people and groups of people that are telling stories or whatever their craft may be, how they're going to inspire the next generation. And it makes me happy and inspired to see Miles, start to step into his cinematic journey, being his first movie. He knocked it out of the park, and hopefully I pass that forward. He's going to pass it forward to the people that are coming behind him. And those are some of the things that me and Ryan hope to do while we make films.
Absolutely. My time's up. I know I just want one word or one line from you about working with him, because it was such amazing chemistry between Miles and Michael. I mean, I saw that. So congratulations. It's fantastic.
I'm just super proud of him, honestly. Coming from a musical background, he's a great kid. Super curious, asks a lot of questions, but he's incredibly talented and has great instincts. And he listens. And I think the sky's the limit. I saw him from day one to the end of the movie, and he's a completely different person. His confidence, how he approaches set each day. But he comes from a great place, great family, and when you have all those combination of all those things, it's really hard, not to be successful. And the camera loves him, so the sky's the limit.
Yeah. Thank you so much. My guest today is very talented, very special in this. Pretty much everything that she can do. There's nothing that she can't do. I'm talking about Hailee Steinfeld joining us. Thank you for doing this, Hailee.
Thank you.
It's good to see you back with live action drama.
Thank you. It's been a minute.
It's been a while. I think we've missed you. I'm going to go straight to the point. I think actors rarely get these parts where they also can connect to their roots. And if I'm not wrong, this was much more than just a role for you. You got to kind of reconnect with your half-black grandfather, which is also a part of the character. I found that so fascinating through your research. Imagine kind of getting back to your family through a role. It must have been special to you.
So special. I mean, I find that with what I do, there are always ways to further connect with myself through these roles that I get to play and with family, sure, but not quite like this. This was something that pushed me way further down that road of conversations when it comes to my family history. And I was so grateful to have this role. And at this point in my life, especially to go down that road and to have conversations with my mom about her dad and his childhood and what that might have looked like and his parents and my ancestors. It made for some really interesting and emotional conversations, and one that I think will push people to have their own version of after they see this movie.
Absolutely. You also get to play both the human and the vampire, which I think is so much fun. You do so well at both, may I just say that? But also I think the fans are loving the chemistry that you and Michael B. Jordan have, right, since the trailers dropped. Let's talk about working with him. And then, of course, the recent moment at the red carpet where he very jokingly sort of, you were talking about him and he interrupted. And fans just can't stop talking about that. And that is real chemistry.
I'm so grateful to Michael for just being so wonderful, and he is such an incredible talent. His work ethic is unmatched. He really set the bar very high for all of us to want to come to work every day and show up and show out. He just brought his A game the entire way through, and it's this cast. I don't know that I've ever been a part of one quite like this. The connection that we all had and the chemistry that we all had was so special and so unique. But Michael is so wonderful, and he, took on, I was going to say the role of a lifetime, but two, he absolutely just nailed every second of it. In every frame of this movie, he shines, and he, like I said, is so talented and puts so much into both the role of Smoke and Stack. And I am so grateful to have had a front row seat at all of it and been a part of it. But he's so fun, and I admire his ability to keep everything light and fun when you're on set and you're having these, you're shooting these crazy intense scenes and everyone's covered in blood and there's all this wild stuff happening around you. He has a great way of making light of all of it.
No, absolutely. I think it shows on screen, and I think a lot of things have been happening in the tour. You probably nodded to one question about you being part of Avengers, and everybody was like, "Oh yes, she might be." So exciting if that happens, Hailee.
Oh yeah, I was hearing a lot of people saying a lot of different things in that moment. So that wasn't that wasn't a response, but that was actually in Mexico City, where we had this incredible event with thousands of fans that came and showed up. And it was so overwhelming in the best way to all of us. We were so happy to have that warm welcome.
You look fantastic. All the very best. And looking forward to your love from India.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining in, Jack and Jayme. And I must say, it must be lovely playing a sinner if it's that amazing.
We love it. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Jack, I think like a lot of times people take inspirations of how to play the right kind of vampire. And I think, there's no right and wrong, but you'd always inspire. There are some amazing people who've played. I want to know if you've taken inspiration from any vampire in particular that you found very interesting in the cinematic history.
Yeah, there was one or two.
Okay.
But I can't tell you, man. That would be giving away my secrets.
Good answer.
I can't tell you.
Good answer.
Not even one?
Nah.
No.
Nah. Maybe one day in the future when all this is said and done.
Yeah.
Maybe
Fine,
I'll write a
because
memoirs.
Because you didn't say it, I'm just going to say, I don't think Twilight is the inspiration though. Maybe something else.
Hey, you don't know. You think that, but
think
you
you-
might
I'm playing.
be shocked.
I'm playing.
You might have
I'm
upset
just looking
Jayme.
at it. But you're fantastic in it. And I think it's amazing. I'm sure you will be an inspiration to others who play in the future. So.
Oh, bless you. Nice one. Thank you.
Absolutely great. Jayme, it's interesting because, I was going through your older interviews and you mentioned about how it's important for you to play characters that women are looked upon as one-dimensional and give them more meat, make it more interesting. And you've made sure, even here, the length of a role never matters, right? It's what you're willing to do. And that's what your character is about. It's very, very interesting. She's extremely comfortable in her skin. She owns the room that she walks in. I want to know... to the statement that you made, definitely she is a part of that journey that you want to make, isn't it? Making sure every character has a little voice, particularly female characters.
Yeah, for sure. One of my favorite questions that Ryan and I had when I got to have like a sit down meeting with him, he straight up asked me. He was like, and he's the one that wrote this, but he's like, why does Pearline stay? Like, why does she stay when everything goes crazy? Why is she still in this room? And I love that he asked that question because it meant that he was thinking of her as not just this one-off shoot, archetype, stereotype, right? He really was interested in all these characters and them having a complexity to them, no matter how much we get to see them on the screen. All of these characters felt full. And so for me, getting to play Pearline, right, who in a way was a callback to my great grandma, because she would have been around this time, right? Just adding that level of agency as to, why does Pearline stay? Why is she involved in all of this? And who is she in her own person? That was a lot of fun for me.
I feel, Jack, that absolutely. I feel, Jack, that there's so much more to him being just that monster, right? Because he's such a charming person as well. There's so much more to him. I want to know, what is it that attracted you most to your character? And also, now that you've tasted blood, I think it makes sense that you're joining another Monsterverse.
Nice. Yeah, fair play. I think it's very apparent with Remmick that he is the antagonist of the movie. But what's great about Ryan's work, and especially in this, is that every character they are very dimensional and very important to the story. And with Remmick, he has a backstory, and he's been kind of immortalized for 400, maybe possibly 600 years before this story takes place, with what he's referencing. So how you embody that in a role is anyone's guess. But that gave him obviously real depth to me. There was that, and obviously the kind of music that we see him sort of bring to the story. Amazing. I'm half Irish, and to have that in common with Remmick was something that I was really eager, really keen to bring to the role.
Thank you so much. Even though you are extremely scary, I still invite you to our country. Come.
One day, yeah, I
You are
hope
still
so.
invited.
Would love to. Would love to. Honestly.
Thank you. Both of you are invited, and we'll see you in the Monsterverse.
See you there.
Bye.
The cast, the team of Sinners with me joining in. This is really exciting because it's been a while that we've seen a movie that sort of has all the elements. It's not just horror. You have a little bit of mysticism in that way, and you've got, of course, that amazing dance number. It feels like a true celebration of cinema. Delroy, if you tell me, well, how do you all of you look at that statement?
Can I just say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We're
I'm
just
so
happy.
sorry.
We're really
Look,
excited that
you
it's
said something
this way.
beautiful. A celebration of cinema.
Yes.
Yes, 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 and yes. And it's wonderful to sit here and to hear somebody such as yourself refer to the film in those kinds of terms. And it's affirming. It's deeply affirming. I'm sorry.
It is.
We couldn't agree more. I completely agree.
Yeah.
And cinema, it's in its traditional sense, to be seen at the cinema on the largest screen you can find,
Right.
for maximum effect.
Right.
No, absolutely. Ali, you'd like to add something to the statement that I just made?
Oh, I'm just excited because we were just talking about how excited we are that it is being received exactly how Ryan has intended this to be. So, yeah, you're just echoing exactly how we feel.
I also think that the theme of music and how true music can kind of open up your soul is incredibly done. I'm sure when you were part of the film, that's an interesting aspect to look at, isn't it? Besides the fact that there are vampires and there is evil being unleashed, I think that's rarely been explored.
It truly can, and it also brings people together. And this is, the Juke is a place where the music has brought all of us, every character, into the story together.
100%.
And he Ryan is we're all part of a historical continuum, if you will, because the blues comes from such a deep tradition, and the fact that blues music is the bedrock of the musical component in this particular narrative. So he's wedding. One of your colleagues referred to it as an anthropological presentation, and I could not agree more. It has that kind of depth.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty raw because you're talking about artists. It's very interesting how you show artists from the street are picked up, the talent that is that raw, and then they're put it into that beautiful place, right? They're not artists who are on stage already, like your character, probably like how it's in Sinners. What do you see that about that, Delroy?
Interesting. We first meet me, Delta Slim, on the street, playing his harp, playing my harp on the street, which is, and I hadn't thought about it before you said this. This cat, Delta Slim, is a fundamental part of this community, and we're presenting his relationship directly with this community as an artist. In the street, playing his music for the people. That's who Delta Slim is.
Absolutely.
Hey, thank you for joining. Great
Well,
question.
thank you so much.
God bless
Thank
you.
you so
Take care.
much. Thank you. All the best, and I'll see you soon.
Bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye. My guest today is such a powerhouse of talent, and she truly makes us believe that there is true representation and their voices matter of everybody. I'm of course talking about the very talented Wunmi Mosaku. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Thanks for
Like-
having me.
But like I said in the introduction, it truly matters. You are someone who didn't expect this to happen. You apparently wanted to do Shakespearean characters that you
Yeah.
could, and you never thought this was possible. How does it feel now that you've been so many years here in the industry doing such incredible roles where you matter?
I mean, it really is such an honor. I feel really grateful. Delroy says it all the time. Delroy, with his decades long of career, he says none of this is guaranteed. And so every time someone trusts me with a role, every time someone sees me in a different role than they've seen me in and wants to test me and pull me in different directions, I feel really grateful because it's not guaranteed. And I feel really, really blessed.
You know, somewhere you mentioned about the importance, the visual representation of someone like you romancing someone like Michael B. Jordan on screen. And you said that you didn't know if that was ever possible. You said that someone who looks like me and has my stature, has my body, and then you see, gets to be who you are on screen. I think that's something that a lot of women can also relate to with you, being seen as who they are and being loved for who they are. I think this character is also that. I love that you mentioned that. Could you elaborate on how important that was and what you meant?
Well, I think it's important that everyone feels represented. I feel like it can't just be one thing that is seen as a love interest or a person of worth or beauty. We all need representation, no matter our gender, our sexual orientation, our physical, mental ability, our size, our skin. I just feel like everybody deserves to see themselves loved, challenged, accepted, as a hero, as a villain. I want to see all of us represented.
So well put. But you should be proud of yourself because you made that chemistry happen with Michael B. Jordan. We see that. Do you feel satisfied that you will have this, just to be able to create that chemistry on screen, and that all of us, like me, I think you've been successful at it.
Thank you. I feel like it was a beautiful relationship that Ryan wrote, and I feel like the people he wrote on the script on the page were so grounded and rounded. Like, they weren't monoliths. They were people of light and dark and hopes and fears, and their love and understanding for each other has span across times and dimension. And I am proud of the connection that we built, but it all starts with Ryan's writing, because he just has a way of writing character and story and humanity and so it's all there, but it's because of Ryan, and Michael and I just followed his lead, Yeah.
I'm wrapping by asking this question. I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you, what has been your favorite vampire romance?
I'm going to say Sinners. I'm not really a vampire romance kind of person. I haven't watched any of them other than Sinners.
There you go. That's all that matters, isn't it? But looking forward to so much more from you. I'm sure you're going to be amazing whatever you do next as well. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.